Welcome to Chair Yoga. Happy to have you here with me today. And we'll begin just by checking in with ourselves at first. So use your eyes to line your feet up so that they're parallel to each other and about 6 inches apart. Knees are on top of the ankles. And then I like to think of tail feathers. You want those fluffed back behind you, lengthening up through the crown of the head so that your chair, the back of the chair is supporting you. Spine's nice and long. You could roll the shoulders a little bit if that feels good, maybe forward and back, or even wiggle the head around a little. And then just find some length up through the crown of the head. Your palms could be facing up on the legs or down, or you could stack one inside the other. You can close your eyes or you can gaze down your cheekbones. But just go inside. Taking a moment to check in on your own internal weather system right now. What is it that you're experiencing? Trying not to judge what you feel, but just taking note of it. What are you experiencing physically in your body? Are there any areas you could use maybe the exhale to help release some of the tension? Noticing what thoughts you have in your mind. Even noticing what emotions you feel. And maybe you'd like to dedicate your practice to someone, maybe to yourself, maybe to someone else, a group of people, maybe to humans in general. Just see if there's a dedication you'd like to set. And then maybe there's a word associated with that you would like to connect for your practice. Maybe it's an affirmation, a word like confidence, peace, I am safe, I am kind. Whatever resonates with you, just breathe that into your body, letting it guide your practice today. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, drop your chin to your chest, allowing the weight of the head to pull the neck forward. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, roll your head over to one side, letting your ear drop to the shoulders relax down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, roll your head over to the other side. Letting the ear drop, the shoulders relax, and just noticing maybe where you feel the tension. Take a breath in. Exhale, roll your head through the center, and if it feels good, continue to draw a circle with your neck. If it doesn't, you can look right and left or up and down. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose as you move, taking it at a pace that feels good for you. Pause and circle the other direction. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Lengthening back up through the crown of the head. Take a breath in. A deep exhale. Now take the hands and make fist with the hands. Flick the fingers open and then a big stretch. And again, make a fist. Flick the fingers open and a big stretch. One more time. Make a fist. Flick them open and a big stretch. Important for arthritis to move through the fingers, finding the place that feels comfortable for you. How much movement feels good, but easing into it a little bit, circling the other way. You can add the circling of the elbows, maybe the shoulders get involved, going any way that feels good for you. Just move it all around. That circular motion is great for creating space in the joints so we can help the synovial fluid to come in to release some of the stiffness. You can take that forward, reaching forward, and the opposite arm going back, and just kind of keep all the movement going, adding a little bit of movement through the spine. If that feels good for you, you take that as much or as little as feels good for you. Good, and then pause back in the center and just relax the hands down. Roll the shoulders back. Let them pull forward into the ears, back behind you and down. Circling in that way. Pause and circle the other way. Breathing in and out through the nose, using the exhales particularly to help release some of the tension. And then let's swim the arms back. You can even look back over the arm if that feels good as you swim back, just adding a little twisting through the spine. And then let's take that forward, rounding in. You can tuck the chin, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And then arms out wide, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Doing the breaststroke. Up and over for the butterfly. Rounding in as much as feels good to you. And you just make this as big or as small as feels good on your shoulders. And then pause. Let your arms rest down for a moment, noticing what sensations you feel from that movement. And where do you feel it? Scoot forward just a little bit on the chair. Taking your right arm back behind you, use that arm to help you sit tall. If it doesn't feel good to take your arm behind you, you can hold on to the side of the chair or just let it hang down beside you. Sit up nice and tall, take a breath in, and then let your head tip over to the left. Relax the shoulder down, relax the head over. Take a breath in. And a deep exhale. We'll keep the head tipped on this diagonal. If it feels good for you to let the chin come down toward the shoulder and back, just like you're saying no on this diagonal, gently going back and forth in a way that feels good for you, easing into some of the tension, seeing if you can let some of that just melt away, some of that disappear. Pause and let your chin lift and lower, and you'll notice the angle of the neck changes how it feels for you. So find a place where you can work that's not too much. Creating sensation is good, but not pain, not the ow. Maybe a little wow. Good, pause. Coming back into the center, release that shoulder, that arm, and then roll the shoulders a little bit one way and roll them the other way. And we'll take your left arm back behind you. Use that arm to help you sit tall. Deep breath in. Exhale, tip the head over. Letting the shoulders relax down. Let the head relax over. Deep breath in. A deep exhale. And then on this diagonal, very gently, let the chin go lower down like you're saying no on this side. Gently going back and forth, easing into those tense muscles, letting them loosen up a little bit. Pause and let the chin lift and lower. I know this side's going to be different. Just be gentle with yourself, doing what feels good for you right now. And pause. Bring your head back to the center. Release the arm. You can roll the shoulders and roll them the other way. Excellent. And we'll take the chin. You can put one of your fingers right at your chin, pressing the head straight back like a rooster. So it's going to go forward and back. Careful not to lift it up toward the ceiling. It just stays forward. So letting it jut forward like a rooster, and then you're using your fingers a little bit to help you push straight back. Not down, just straight back. Forward and back. A couple of times like that, and you don't need to go fast. Actually, go slow enough that you can feel those neck muscles being stretched. Pressing back. One more time. Good, and then release. Well, bring your hands together at heart center. Bring the wrists down so they're in alignment with the elbows, and then press the palms together. Notice if your shoulders went into your ears, if you can relax them down. Take a breath in. Exhale your hands over to one side. Inhale your hands to the center. Exhale them to the other side. Inhaling them back to center. Point your fingertips toward the floor and notice if your shoulders tried to help. Pull them down your back. Fingertips down toward the floor. And then turn your fingertips to touch the breastbone. Again, notice the shoulders. Keep them down away from the ears. Interlace your fingers. Take a breath in and then exhale your palms away. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. If it feels good, you make any adjustment you need to. If you need to separate the hands, you can. If it feels good, lift your chin up. You could even stick your tongue out for an extra stretch. Then bring your chin back down to level. Bring your hands back behind your head and we'll push straight back, that rooster head. Making sure your chin stays level. Press back. Hands push into the head pushes back into the hands. Deep breath in. A deep exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release your arms down to the side. Roll the shoulders and roll them the other way. And then we'll just use our hands for a little neck massage. And you can see what feels good to you. It might feel good to kind of do long, smooth strokes with your fingers. You might kind of like to do the piano, kind of press one fingertip in at a time, kind of moving around that way. Or maybe even a little pinching, particularly through the shoulder blades might feel good. Just see what feels best to you. Maybe moving the neck as you massage feels good. Using the exhales to dissolve some of the tension. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. And gently release your hands down to the legs. Palms could face up or down. Stack them one inside the other if that feels good. You can gaze down your nose, down the cheekbones, or close the eyes. Just notice what that movement did. Where do you feel the sensation? And was any of it too much for you? And you can let the eyes open up. We'll scoot forward on the chair a little bit. Climbing our rope, wrap your fingers around one at a time in a big pull of the rope. Reaching up, creating as much space in the spine as you can, creating space between each of the vertebrae as you reach up and pull down, creating some space for the disc to fill with fluid, letting everything be cushioned back there, all the nerves free to move in the way they need to do what they need to do. Lots of length in the spine. We'll take that across the body and use your hand to grab something as you pull back. And you're reaching across. Notice that you're going to feel that in your back. So you move as much as feels good to you, not trying to overdo anything. And then maybe take it shoulder height, reaching across the body. Maybe hip height. Notice how it feels for you in your back. And you can always make a smaller movement or find somewhere else. Go a little lower. You can stay on the high reach if that's better. Maybe you like the low reach. Still getting that movement through the fingers. Last one. Good, and then we'll pause. Lengthening up through the crown of the head, nice and tall. Extend your arms out wide to the side. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, twist to one side. Inhale to the center, and exhale to the other side. Inhale to center and release your arms down. Roll the shoulders back and roll the shoulders forward. And then we'll take our genie arms, one stacked on top of the other, sit up nice and tall. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to one side. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side and to center. Breathing in and out through the nose as you go side to side. Pause back in the center on this one. Take your head one way and your shoulders the other way. Back to center and switch. You're just gently going from side to side in a way that feels good for you. Breathing in and out through the nose as you twist. Good, and then pause back in the center, and you can roll the shoulders and roll them forward. Staying forward on your chair, we'll do a couple of rounds of sun salutations. The important part is that you hinge from your hips. It's pretty common for us that when we go forward that we round forward to get something. I want you to do the movement from your hips as you go back and forth through the hips, so not from rounding in the spine. It doesn't matter if you just go a little bit or if you go a lot. Just keep the back nice and flat, moving from the hips. Let your feet be parallel to each other, your knees stacked right on top of the ankles. Take a deep breath in. Use this to help you get really tall as you reach up. And then exhale, hinge forward with cactus arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you and let the shoulders come down away from the ears. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands to the legs, fold yourself forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reach your right arm up toward the ceiling, twisting through the torso. Notice the direction of the hand. You can let it face forward or down toward the floor, but notice if it faces behind you. Bring that arm down and reach the left arm up. And again, notice the direction of the arm. You could even let the palm face forward so that we roll the shoulders down the back. Bring that hand down. A long, flat back brings you up. Exhale your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms as you hinge forward. Pull in through the belly button. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the legs, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reach your right arm up toward the ceiling, twisting through the torso. Bring that hand down and reach the left arm up. Bring that hand down. A long, flat back brings you up. Exhale your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Deep breath in. Exhale, cactus arms forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reach your right arm up toward the ceiling. Bring that arm down and the left arm goes up. Bring that arm down. A long, flat back brings you up. Exhale your hands down to heart center. Inhale, reach arms up overhead. Exhale your arms out wide to the side, this time sitting up nice and tall. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to one side. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to center, release your arms down. Inhale, arms go up overhead. Then exhale your arms right out in front of you. Plug the shoulders back and down. Take a breath in. Exhale, hinging forward, a nice long flat back. Lift your heels up, feeling the engagement of the calves. Maybe you feel it in the inner thighs or even into your abdominal muscles. Take a breath in. Exhale the heels down, hands to the legs, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Long flat back brings you up. Exhale your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach the arms out wide, sit up tall. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to one side. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to center, release your arms down. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, your arms right out in front of you. Plug the shoulders down, back and down. Take a breath in. Exhale, hinging forward just as far as feels good to your back. Lift the toes this time, engaging through the shins. Take a breath in. Exhale, feet down, hands to the legs, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhaling all the way up. Long, flat back brings you up. Exhale your hands down to heart center. Letting your hands rest down, you can scoot back into your chair. And pause for just a moment and check in with yourself, noticing your internal weather system. Noticing the sensations in the body. Maybe the heart's beating more. Maybe the breath is a little more labored or a little more full. You can let the eyes open back up. And we'll come down to the ankles, circling through the ankles, getting those pops and creaks out that you may be feeling in the feet. And circle the other way. Maybe you're hearing them. Maybe you're feeling them. Point and flex. And getting as many of the pops and creaks out as you can. Open up the toes and scrunch them together. And then any movement in between that helps you get the pops and creaks out. 25% of the bones in our body are down in our feet. Our feet work so hard for us every day, all day. And this is also good, the pumping, the pointing, and the flexing. It's this calf muscle working, known as our second heart, helping to get the blood pumped back up to the heart. Always a good thing to do. Excellent job. We'll give everything a little shake. Shake the arms, shake the legs, shake, shake, shake it out. A few more seconds, shake, shake, shake. And then relax your hands, relax the legs. Just notice maybe you can feel that pulsing, the energy all throughout the body. And we'll extend the right leg forward, making sure that you've got your knee, your ankle, and your foot all in alignment. Squeeze the thigh up nice and tight. The quadricep muscle, those are muscles of independence, important to work. Bend that leg and extend the other one. And you can also just notice if you naturally turn the foot in or out or the knee in or out, it's a great opportunity to find the alignment. And then we'll switch legs. It's important that we keep the joints in alignment when we're moving, those repetitive movements to take care of our joints. Good, let's reach the opposite arm and leg up and switch. We'll get the brain going here with a little cross body work and reach. Good, hold onto your chair, extend one leg forward and the other, maybe one arm and the other. Maybe you lift off the back of the chair, you can find that. Finding capital letter L, feeling some love. I am loved. Then release your arms and hands down and legs down. We're gonna do a blast off. You can scoot forward a little bit on your chair. You've got a couple of options, one of which would be to contract your buttocks, squeeze your glutes together, and release it. Squeeze and release. So you can do it right from the chair, or you could lift off the chair a little bit and down. If you're comfortable with the arms out in front of you, you could stand all the way up and sit all the way down. A harder version of that would be your arms across your chest, standing all the way up and sitting all the way down. So you find the one that feels best to you. We're gonna come blast off from 10. Work to keep your feet 6 inches apart, parallel to each other, and your knees on top of the ankles. It's pretty common for the knees to go in, so keep pressing them open and really push through your feet to help you stand up. You ready? 10. Push through the feet, helping you stand all the way up. 9. You can even give your glutes a squeeze at the top, help to open up the hips. 7, I think. 6. 5. 4. 3, you're doing great. 2, going down slow builds more strength too. Maybe go super slow on this one. And here's our blast off all the way up. Great job. You can release your arms down. And you can always take that at your own pace, whatever you need. We'll come back behind the chair. I'll turn mine sideways for down dog. Hands go in the chair, walk your feet back, and then push your hips back so that your hips are on top or behind the ankles, behind your feet. Keep your knees bent or soft. You can bend them more. Or you just want your back nice and long. So if you find you're really rounded like this, see if you can bend the legs a little bit and push the hips back further. Getting a nice long spine. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Feeling it through the whole back body. Through the shoulders, through the back, the low back, the backs of the legs. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Then walk yourself forward and keeping your feet about 6 inches apart for up dog. We'll press down through the big toes and lift yourself, your heels up off the ground, letting the legs maybe even touch the chair. Pull the shoulders together behind you. You could keep the eye gaze forward, or you could look toward the ceiling, or even lift your chin up. Take a breath in and a deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in. A deep exhale. And gently release your legs back down, your heels down, maybe walk it out just a little bit. Stay back behind the chair and we'll take goddess pose, walking your feet out wide. You're in charge of how wide they go, and the angle of them just depends on your knees. So as you bend your knees, you want your knees to track the same direction as your toes. So if you find they're folded in, maybe turn the toes in a little bit and try to push the knees open. So the knees and the feet go the same direction. making sure that your tailbone lengthens down really close to your chair, so your body's even touching your chair, that your behind's not stuck out behind you. Lengthen your tailbone down toward the floor, shoulders on top of the hips. You can hold onto the chair, or you could bring one arm up, or both. You choose. I'll do it with one. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, round in. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. If you've got one arm, we'll switch arms as you open up. The other arm rounds in. Inhale, open. If you're doing both arms, bring both forearms together. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And let your arms relax back down. We'll press yourself back up to standing. You can walk the feet back together. And we'll come over to the right side of the chair and get a little circular movement in the lower part of our body. So with the right leg, you're going to get that ankle going, get the knee going, get your hips circling around. You could choose to add the arm movement if you want or not. You're just looking for that circular movement through the joints, inviting that synovial fluid in. Let's go the other direction. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose as you just circle around in a way that feels good for you. Release. Let's switch over to the left side of the chair, turning your left knee out to the side. And we'll begin to circle that knee around, circle the leg around. Maybe you add the arm, maybe you don't. The arm can be high, it can be low, however feels best to you. Get that circular movement going. Pause and circle the other direction. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Circle around. Excellent job. Let's come over to the right side of the chair again. Planting your right foot down, take your left foot in front, and then shift the weight forward into your left foot. And then shift it back into your right foot. And then see if you can find the center where you feel weight even between the front and the back foot. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. You could hold onto the chair, you could let go of the chair. You could hold onto the chair and close your eyes, or maybe try both. Just see if you can find that place where you start to feel the ankles shaking and quivering a bit. See if you can just challenge your balance a little. Deep breath in. A deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in. A deep exhale. Good, let's switch feet. I'll put the right foot forward in a tandem stance. And if it's too much to go heel to toe, you can always keep your feet separated a little bit. So you choose what's best for you. We'll shift forward to the front foot. Shift it back into the back foot. And then find center. You've got the weight right in between your feet. You feel it even between the front and the back foot. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Maybe you're holding onto the chair. Maybe you let go. Maybe eyes are open or closed. Knowing this side's going to be a little different for you, for all of us. And you can just notice that. Noticing the shaking and the quivering happens down in the feet to keep you balanced. Keep you upright. Good. You can hold onto the chair and step your feet back. We'll take tree pose. Take your right foot knee out to the side and then pick your right foot up or keep the toes down on the ground, or you can pick it up and bring it above or below your knee, whatever feels best to you. Notice this thigh bone. If it's sticking out to the side, hug it in, lengthening up through the crown of the head. You can bring your hand to your heart. You could reach it up toward the ceiling. You can keep this hand on the chair. You get light in your fingers or even let go, whatever's the very best for you. I am grounded. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Again, take a deep breath in. A deep exhale. And bring your hand back to your heart and bring that knee in and down. Let's switch over to the other side. Turn the left knee out to the side. Toes can be on the floor. You can pick that foot up. Notice the thigh bone. Hug it in. Keep the pelvis level. Bring your hand to your heart. Maybe you keep it here. Maybe you reach it up toward the ceiling. Lengthening up through the crown of the head. What should you do with the hand on the chair? Can you get light in the fingers? Do you need to hold on? You find the place that's the very best for you. Feeling yourself connected. I am connected. Lengthening up through the crown of the head. Deep breath in. Deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in, a deep exhale. Bring your hand back to your heart and bring that knee in and down. We'll come back and have a seat in the chair. Turning sideways on your chair, whichever way you want to go, it doesn't matter. You're going to hold on to the back of the chair. The leg that's on the chair, make sure the foot goes forward so that the ankle is underneath the knee. You're nice and solid there. This outside leg, you're going to walk back so that the knee is underneath the hip. Your back toes could be curled or they could be flat, whatever feels best to you. And then extend the arm up toward the ceiling, reach up really tall. Take a breath in, and then exhale over your chair. Inhale, lengthen up tall. Exhale over the chair. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale over the chair. Inhale, reaching back up. Relax your arm down. If it feels good for you, take this leg back a little further. And then you could reach the arm back. And if you want to let go of the chair, you could reach this other arm forward, reaching both directions with your arm so your chest opens toward the center. And then turn your eye gaze past the fingertips toward the front. I am brave. Deep breath in. A deep exhale. Hold on to your chair. We'll unwind those legs. As you come back around to the center, switch to the other side. Making sure that the leg that's on the chair, heels underneath the knee. The one that's off, knee goes underneath the hip. Curl the back toes or keep them flat, whatever's best for you. Hold onto your chair. Reach this arm up toward the ceiling, sitting up nice and tall. Take a breath in. Exhale over the chair. Inhale, reach. Exhale over. Inhale, reach. Exhale over. Inhale, reach up tall and then relax your arm down. We'll walk the foot back, maybe back a little further if it feels good. You could reach the arm back, and maybe the one that reaches was holding onto the chair. Continuing to open up to the center if it feels good, and then take your eye gaze past your fingertips. I am brave. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. And hold onto your chair, and we'll unwind the legs, coming back around to the center. You can gently go side to side if that feels good. Kind of windshield wiper the legs a little bit. And then keep your legs out wide. Let the knees be right on top of the ankles. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, hinge yourself forward. Long, flat back. Take a breath in. Exhale, maybe you stay, maybe you go further. Keep pulling the shoulders back so the spine stays long. Deep breath in. Exhaling, maybe further. Deep breath in. Exhale, maybe a little further. Use the hands on your legs. Press yourself all the way back up. And then you can windshield wiper the legs again, side to side. Bring your legs in toward one another. We'll stretch the hip a little bit with the figure four. So you can extend your right leg forward and take the left leg crossing down at the ankle so the knee goes out to the side. Or you can bend that leg and take your ankle across the knee. So whichever one feels better to you. Or even just hugging this knee into the chest if that's better. Inhale, lengthening up, flex the toes back toward the knee. You want your spine nice and long. Maybe you hinge forward, maybe this is enough to just stay tall. But imagine the pelvis. You want to feel that the tailbone's tipping back behind you, stretching through the hamstring as well as into the hip. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in. And a deep exhale. And then let's switch. Same thing on this side. You can extend the left leg long and take the right, crossing at the ankles if you want, or crossing over at the knee. Lengthen through the crown of the head, nice and tall. Deep breath in. Deep exhale. You can stay right where you are, maybe hinge at the hips a little. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. One more. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Release that leg and scoot back in your chair. So you've got a nice long spine. We'll make our way into Shavasana, or into our final resting pose. If it's most comfortable for you to stay in the chair, you can stay in the chair. If you'd like to come down to the floor, I can show you a few options that would feel good. Of course, you can use the chair. And one of those might be to, actually usually it works to turn the back of the chair toward you, to put your legs on the seat of the chair. Or if you've got a couch nearby, you could put your legs on a couch or an ottoman or something and rest like this. For a lot of people, this helps. You could put something underneath your head, a pillow or something if that feels good. If it does feel good to you to lay down flat on the floor, you could extend your legs out long and maybe put a pillow underneath the knees or underneath the head. And if getting on the floor is not an option, then you stay right in your chair. And that is a great place to be as well. So I'll stay in my chair, letting your feet be flat on the floor with your knees on top of the ankles, lengthening up through the crown of the head. Feel the back supported by the chair. You can close your eyes or gaze down your cheekbones. Your palms could be down on the legs or stacked one inside the other. Just take a moment to go inside and checking your own internal weather system. What are you experiencing right now? Physically, emotionally, mentally? And draw your attention up to your forehead, seeing if you can dissolve any of the tension that you might feel there. Allowing your eyes to rest in their sockets. And for your tongue to relax back into your throat. Letting your whole body rest in Shavasana, feeling supported by the chair, by the floor, by the earth. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. You can gently start to wiggle the toes and fingers, maybe moving your head around a little if it feels good. Bring some awareness to your body, but stay soft in your body. If you're on the floor, you can bring your knees into your chest and roll into your side, pausing in the fetal position for a moment. And for those of you on the floor, you can use your top hand to press yourself off the floor, coming up to a seated position. Letting your hands come to heart center, let your head bow to your heart. Maybe connecting back to the dedication or intention you started class with. Or even setting one now. And bring your thumbs to your brow, giving gratitude to yourself for taking care of yourself using this time to practice yoga so that you could connect with you. And bring your hands back to heart center. And thank you for sharing this time with me. I'll close with the word namaste, meaning the love and light in me honors and sees the love and light in you. Namaste.